Hello everyone, my name is Terry.
And I'm Angel.
And we want to talk to you today about our love for whole food, plant-based living. For years I've struggled with high blood pressure, coronary heart disease, high cholesterol, and through whole food, plant-based living I've been able to reverse heart disease or start to reverse heart disease, lower my cholesterol levels drastically, as well as control my high blood pressure. And it's all because of this pretty woman right here who I love so much.
Aw, thank you, honey. So, Terry is very brief when he talks, but I have to be more explicit. And so, like Terry said, for 20 years, he's struggled with high blood pressure, and he's always worked out hard and 6 days a week, and that's his coffee in the morning. He can't slow down, right, honey?
That's right.
I actually drink coffee in the morning, but so he works out, and the doctor told him it's hereditary. You're doing everything you can. Your diet, the way you eat, and the way you exercise will only control what 1/3 of, your blood pressure, right, honey?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, well, that's bull crap, and I don't want to hear that. And so we tried every diet, always low sugar, in support of my mother and our type 2 diabetes, which she reversed as well, and the Mediterranean diet,
Mm-hmm.
healthy oils. I don't know if you knew that oil was healthy, and all of that type of stuff. White meat chicken, lots of fish, very little red meat, and just really healthy living. But Terry's blood pressure continued to go up and up and up. And when was it? January of 2020?
Mm-hmm.
When you went on cholesterol?
Mm-hmm. January of 2020, I went on cholesterol for approximately 6 months. And to Angel's point, it wasn't like I was eating fast food, a lot of fried food, unhealthy food. I was actually eating what I thought was healthier food: white meat chicken, shrimp, fish, no oil, just really watching my carb intake, working out like a maniac, working out 6 days a week. And I'm talking about going hard. I mean, I'm an athlete. I have been an athlete all my life. Grew up in Northeast Ohio. I was all Ohio in track and field, Division III, for Baldwin Wallace, in my junior and senior year of college. And after that, I remained active, playing at a high level of flag football nationally, as well as just working out in the gym day in, day out, at my home gym, at the fitness center. So it's not like I've lived an unhealthy lifestyle, but when I would go to the doctor, my cardiologist and my primary care physician, they'd run tests and they'd come back and say, your cholesterol is rising and it's hereditary. There's really nothing you can do. Again, like Angel said, you can control about 1/3. What they were telling me is I can control about 1/3 of my results related to high blood pressure, but the rest was, kind of up in the air. And I just took that for granted until Angel brought to our attention this whole food, plant-based way of living and eating. And it's just been tremendous. I've dropped my cholesterol levels basically from 1 year ago, 248 overall cholesterol down to 104 overall total cholesterol. My LDL is at 71?
Yep.
71 LDL. So, if you can keep your total over cholesterol
without medication.
Right, exactly. That's the most important thing, was without medication. Because when I started taking cholesterol medication, my creatinine levels started to increase, which is related to your kidney function, and really didn't know what to relate it to. And the only thing we related it to was the taking of the cholesterol medication. And the cholesterol medication affected me immediately. I mean, I could feel I didn't have as much energy and as much strength when I was working out. So that was not the best thing for me as well. And Angel even noticed that when we went to the gym for the first time, and she looked over at me. I was on a treadmill, and she basically said, "Are you okay?"
I had never seen him like that. It was so scary.
And I can run like a gazelle and for forever. And just to have the cholesterol medication just kind of pull me back was just astonishing. So I knew right then and there, this wasn't the right thing for me. And Angel took it another level and said, look, I just can't accept the fact that my husband is working out as hard as he is and still can't get over the hump as it relates to his cholesterol level, high blood pressure. So I really owe it
eating
to
in a very militant right?
Exactly.
You always, you tell Terry not to eat something, he doesn't eat it. Eat this, he eats it. He's very militant in that. So me, very different. Not near as militant, right, honey? But anyhow, on August the 8th, I'll never forget it. It was one night we were sitting on the couch. Terry was taking a little snooze like he does. And I started watching What the Health. And it was all about this whole food, plant-based lifestyle. Not so vegan, eating Oreos and that type of stuff, but really the whole food plant-based diet and how it could change your life from a physical, mental, and well-being perspective and prolong your life. And so I got really interested, and as soon as I was done, I was all fired up. I remember it was 11:30 at night. Honey, wake up. You're not going to eat meat anymore. And this is what we're going to do. And forget the dairy. And this is amazing. And he was just like, no more shrimp? And so I said, well, go to bed. We'll talk about it in the morning. So I don't know if he dreamt about it or what, but he got up in the morning, August 9th, and he was like, honey, I remember you said something last night about not eating dairy and meat and what's going on. So anyway, he negotiated with him 5 minutes. All right, I can do this. I'm just going to eat shrimp and scallops. And the rest I'll do. I said, okay. So we came and I said, let's watch The Game Changers, because Terry loves fitness. And he's an athlete. So, can you tell? Yeah. So he watched The Game Changers and he was super excited. And 30 minutes into The Game Changers, like, I'm done. Let's go throw it out. Whoa, slow down. So we watched The Game Changers. We watched Forks Over Knives. And we literally, that day, it was a Sunday, August the 9th. That was it. We were done. We didn't have a lot of stuff to throw out because we didn't really eat unhealthy, but a lot of the oils, I am a dairy junkie. I spent all my money on cheese. And all that kind of stuff. So we threw all that out and we started. And what we noticed, because we had cut out a lot of potatoes and pasta and that, and in support of my mother and her reversal of type 2 diabetes. So we didn't eat stuff like that. So we had a hard time transitioning in our brain to saying whole grains are good and these types of things are really good for us. Not white bread, if you will, but those whole grains and the whole grain rice and potatoes and more potatoes. And
exactly.
So we felt kind of spoiled, like we're eating all these carbs and this is crazy. And the weight just drops off. I mean, Terry, without trying, you lost what, 10 or 15 pounds?
15 pounds, 10 or 15 pounds. I was usually hovering around at 175, 180. Now I'm at 165 pretty consistently. And I actually have to eat a lot just to maintain that weight. A lot of potatoes, a lot of rice, a lot of beans.
Burritos.
Angel makes the best burritos in the world. I love her burritos. We usually have those at least twice a week.
We order pizza out without the cheese. It's amazing. Cheese. It's our treat, right?
Exactly.
Friday night.
Exactly. You can have fun and you can eat and really enjoy your food, enjoy your life without having to sacrifice, or what I consider sacrifice, because you're adding in and folding in a lot of foods. You may be removing foods, but you're adding in and folding in a lot of delicious foods, healthy foods that are going to just help you throughout your entire life.
I mean, me growing up, all Italian, we eat, we love people with food, we cook for people. We just, that's how we love. We love hard, we eat a lot of yummy food, and so Terry and I eat like that still, right? We eat plenty of pasta and macaroni and gravy and pizza and all of that stuff, but we do it without oil. And can you believe you can saute an onion without oil? Blows your mind. But I do have to say that Dr. Esselstyn and his family, Jane, Ann, Rip, and all of them are just incredible. And this is how I started. I got this prevent and reverse heart disease because of my baby, and I wanted him to come off of that ugly medicine and bring his blood pressure down. And so I got this book and read it cover to cover and was super excited. Started watching Jane and Ann on YouTube cooking. If you want a laugh, start watching Jane and Ann Esselstyn on YouTube. I mean, I cry when I watch them. It's so fun, and their food is crazy amazing. And so, and then Rip, is Ann's son, Jane's brother. He, he has a whole story about how he helped firefighters in a week see how this can reverse. And then obviously my man, Dr. McDougall, the starch solution, just knowing how to balance the starch, like the potatoes with the green vegetables and all that stuff. But these people helped Terry and I. Remember that day we watched Jane Esselstyn with the type 2 diabetes and her little trucks and how she explained it. It was just incredible to see how and why you needed oatmeal and all those things to carry. We had no idea. We thought that would hurt you, right? Idea.
Dr. Esselstyn talks about eating your oats and your flaxseed every day. So I am just, just like Angel said, I'm a creature of habit and a creature of routine. So every morning I'm downstairs, I have my oats, I have my flaxseed, I have my oat milk. I sweeten it a little bit with my maple syrup, throw some fruit on top, and I'll have a salad. And I'll have my salad with, all of the trimmings, my cucumbers, I put grapes in there, I put peppers, and I have my dressing, obviously no oil. So, and it's just delicious. And
the best
every
vinegar
day,
in the world, though.
Best vinegar in the world. Oh my God. So,
amazing.
And I eat salads like 3 or 4 times a day, and in between I may eat maybe broccoli. But again, I'm eating my greens 5 times a day along with my flaxseed and oatmeal, and I am living proof. Dr. Esselstyn is right. If you eat, your greens, whole grains, 5 times a day, I'm living proof. 248 overall cholesterol. Is it? Did you say 6? Oh, okay. Sorry, Dr. Esselstyn. I'll throw one more in it. But I'm living proof. Total cholesterol from 248 down to 144 in 1 year without medication. That's the thing.
It's just incredible. And then he was on 2 blood pressure medicines. He went down to 1, and then they've dwindled that down. And we just know over time. I mean, after taking blood pressure medicine for 20 years and having to change them and double them, and it's just the most incredible story ever. And then my mother, she started on this whole food plant-based because she's always, at least for the last 5 years, lived a very healthy lifestyle, refused to take, metformin and all these things that would raise her blood pressure because she had type 2 diabetes or was diagnosed with it. She quickly reversed it and then went on the whole food plant-based diet because while she was reversing it, she was still struggling a little bit to keep the blood sugar down, and has done phenomenal. She has more energy at her age. I mean, she runs circles around us, right? She's crazy.
She does.
She's just like,
she's unbelievable,
bouncing off the walls, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing that, and this recipe, and that recipe, and obviously loves Jane and Ann and Rip and Essie and all of them. It's just incredible. And so her type 2 diet, I mean, her sugar is like under 100. Her blood pressure is ridiculous. It's almost too low, right? And just the energy and all of that type of stuff. And for me, I've always struggled with joint and back pain and all of that. It's gone. So that was clearly inflammation from all my cheese loving and all of that. The inflammation is gone. Your inflammation, Terry, from doing the triple jump for all those years and running track and running outside, always had bad knees. His knees don't hurt anymore. I mean,
I feel 20 years younger. I feel 20 years younger.
And you look 20 years younger. Oh my God.
But I owe it to my wife. My wife, I can't really take credit for this. I mean, she got us started, and we've worked together through our love for one another, and it's just been incredible.
It has, and I'm not as smart as Terry, so I had to write a couple of things down. But I wanted to say that the YouTube channels that I watch that got me to where we are today, it's been a little over 7 months, maybe 7.5 months, and it's just the lifestyle. It's amazing. Like, when are we gonna eat again? We're eating. It's the silver bullet. But obviously Jane and Ann, like I've talked about, their YouTube channel, if you just need to laugh and then taste the food, you're like, really? This is crazy good. And then a Plantable Kiki, I love my girl. Plantable Kiki and Plant-Based Dads is awesome. I love those guys. And then Plant-Based Storm. And there's this one, Chew on Vegan. Her name is Debbie. She's an RN and she's also celiac, and our son has celiac disease. And nobody loved pizza more than Angelo, right? And so when he first started a few years ago with this, it was really tough for him. But I see Debbie through her drive through celiac, plant-based, and her cooking is amazing. So I follow a lot of her recipes too, and I gain a lot of inspiration from her because of her celiac. And then most recently, we just introduced ourselves to Fran and Bob.
Mm-hmm.
They're in their 80s, okay, fighting cancer, and they said they outlived 4 of their doctors. Like, are you serious?
It's incredible.
They outlived 4 of their doctors eating.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's just,
It's
and then of course my man Dylan and Reeves on Well Your World. All of these people have real, true stories, amazing cooking. Watch them, and you'll just be so inspired. But that's how we started. That's what we did. We really want to come to you with this channel.
Mm-hmm.
We want to start sharing some of our recipes with you and some of the fun things we do.
Some of her recipes that I love to eat.
I like to cook. He likes to eat. Anyway, thank you so much for being with us. If you enjoy our channel, hey, subscribe, because we're trying to get subscribers. And we're really looking forward to once a week sharing some fun stuff or whatever we're doing, our recipes, and being with you. Have a great day.
Love you guys. Take care.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye.